In 1978, this kid was scrubbing toilets at a reform school in rural Kentucky. A few years later, he was washing dishes at Denny's for $4 an hour. Today, he runs the most valuable company in the history of planet Earth, worth more than Germany's entire stock market, more than Amazon and Meta combined. And here's the insane part. His company almost died. Not once. 3 times. This is the story of Jensen Huang, the man who bet everything 4 times in a row and accidentally built the machine that runs every AI on Earth. Let's start at the beginning. Jensen Huang was born in Tainan, Taiwan in 1963. His dad was a chemical engineer with a dream, America. So, at 9 years old, Jensen and his brother were put on a plane, alone. The plan, a prestigious American boarding school. Their aunt and uncle picked one out in Kentucky. Small problem. Nobody checked what kind of school it was. Oneida Baptist Institute was not a fancy prep school. It was a school for troubled kids. Jensen's roommate was 17, covered in knife scars, and fresh out of a fight. Every student had a job. Jensen's job, cleaning the toilets. Every single day. He didn't complain. He taught his roommate how to read. His roommate taught him how to lift weights. Years later, reporters asked him about it. He said he loved it. Remember this, because thriving in misery is about to become this man's entire personality. Quick detour. Before the dishes, there was ping pong. Jensen was nationally ranked at 14, 3rd place at the US Open Junior Doubles. This kid did not do casual hobbies. At 15, Jensen got his first real job, dishwasher at Denny's. Most teenagers would call that a dead-end job. Jensen called it training. He decided to be the best dishwasher Denny's had ever seen. Then the best busboy. Then the best waiter. His words, not mine. At Oregon State, he studied electrical engineering. He was 16, the youngest kid in class. There he met Lori, his lab partner. His pickup line, "Wanna see my homework?" It worked. They're still married. He promised her something wild. By 30, I'll have my own company. Nobody, including him, knew what that company would be. He just said it. Fast forward, Jensen is 30, designing chips at LSI Logic. 2 engineer friends keep bugging him, Chris and Curtis. He had spent a decade designing chips at AMD and LSI Logic, learning exactly how the sausage was made. Their idea, computers will need a special chip just for graphics, because gaming is about to explode. Where do 3 broke engineers plan a revolution? A Denny's booth in East San Jose. Obviously, the same chain where Jensen washed dishes. You can't write this stuff. They had $40,000 between them, no product and no name. They kept writing NV on documents, next version, then found the Latin word NVIDIA, envy. NVIDIA was born. On his 30th birthday, deadline met, Lori, Jensen became CEO. Then he pitched the legendary investor Don Valentine at Sequoia. Valentine wrote the check and said, "If you lose my money, I will kill you." Spoiler, he almost lost the money. Twice. 1995, NVIDIA ships its first chip, the NV1, and it does everything. Graphics, audio, a game port. It even uses its own special geometry, quadrilaterals. There was just one problem. The entire world had chosen triangles. Microsoft released DirectX, the standard for all PC games, built on triangles. The NV1 was instantly obsolete, a very expensive paperweight. Sales? Basically zero. The company burned money for 2 years. Then it got worse. Their big deal with Sega for a console chip. Sega wanted out. Jensen did something no MBA would ever recommend. He called Sega's CEO and told him the truth. Our technology is the wrong technology. You should find another partner. But can I keep the $5 million? Sega's CEO, incredibly, said yes. That $5 million was the only thing keeping NVIDIA alive. Jensen laid off more than half the company. 100 people became 35. And he started every meeting with the same sentence. Our company is 30 days from going out of business. 1997, NVIDIA has cash for exactly one more chip. One. If it fails, lights out. Normal chip companies test with multiple physical prototypes. It costs millions. They had no millions. So Jensen spent a third of their remaining cash on an emulator to test the chip entirely in software. No safety net. No second tape out. One shot. The Riva 128 came back from the factory. They plugged it in. It worked. It was the fastest graphics chip on the market. 1 million units sold in 4 months. NVIDIA was back. 2 years later, they invented a word for their new chip, the GeForce 256, the GPU. In January 1999, NVIDIA went public. The dishwasher was now worth $500 million. Quick reality check. NVIDIA was not alone. The late 90s were a graphics chip war. 30 companies fighting. The king was 3DFX. Their voodoo cards were legendary. NVIDIA's strategy was brutal. A new chip every 6 months, twice the industry speed. Their rivals released 1 chip a year. NVIDIA released 2. Every single year. One by one, the 30 companies died. By 2000, the mighty 3DFX was bankrupt, and NVIDIA bought the corpse for pennies. From 30 players to basically 2, NVIDIA and ATI. Sound familiar? Survive the winters, and the winters kill your competition for you. Now, 2006. This is where Jensen makes the craziest bet in business history. His engineers notice something. A GPU is basically thousands of tiny calculators working at once. Great for drawing explosions in video games, but what if it could compute anything? Jensen bet the company on it. Again, it was called CUDA. Every NVIDIA chip would carry this extra software layer, cost billions in R&D. The market for it? Zero. Literally a $0 billion market. Wall Street hated it. The stock collapsed. Investors demanded he kill CUDA. Jensen's answer, no. For 10 years, no. Then, in 2012, 3 researchers used 2 NVIDIA gaming cards to train something called AlexNet. It was a neural network. It could see, and it learned faster than anything in history, running on CUDA. Oh, and somewhere in there, crypto happened. Miners discovered GPUs were perfect for digging digital gold. Demand went vertical. Then crypto crashed, and NVIDIA's stock lost half its value in weeks. Wall Street said, see, told you, a one-trick gaming company. They were about to be spectacularly wrong. Jensen understood immediately. AI wasn't a customer. AI was the customer. 2016, he hand-delivered the first NVIDIA supercomputer to a tiny non-profit lab. Its name, OpenAI. 6 years later, that lab released ChatGPT, and the world lost its mind. Every company on Earth suddenly needed one thing: NVIDIA chips. Not wanted, needed. There was no alternative. CUDA had a 10-year head start. The H100 chip became the most desired object in capitalism. CEOs begged Jensen for allocation. NVIDIA passed $1 trillion. Then 2. Then 4. When the stock hit $100, Jensen got the logo tattooed on his arm. He says it hurt more than expected. The kid who cleaned toilets now signs actual chips, like a rock star. Today, NVIDIA doesn't sell chips. It sells entire AI factories, data centers the size of stadiums. Countries order them like pizza. Sovereign AI, they call it. In Taiwan, Jensen gets mobbed like a K-pop idol. They literally call it Jensanity. Grown engineers cry. He signs laptops, GPUs, and at least one person's chest. Not bad for the kid nobody wanted at the fancy boarding school. So what's the lesson here? Everyone says follow your passion. Jensen says that's terrible advice. His version, stay loyal to your pain. The toilets, the dishes, the layoffs, the 30 days. Every near-death experience taught the company something its comfortable rivals never learned. He still says it today with a $5 trillion company, 30 days from going out of business. Paranoia apparently compounds better than money. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. Next time, the man who lost Apple twice. And remember, this is education, not financial advice. Do your own homework. Jensen would.